Gail Ann Hurd once said, if you can't find a good role model, be one. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Richard Burson, and today I'll be explaining how being a positive role model can enrich your life. However, before I begin, I'd like to do a brief overview of what I'll be covering. Now, first, I'll be defining what a positive role model is. Second, I will be identifying some key benefits one may gain from being a positive role model. And finally, I'll be giving us some concrete steps to become positive role models. So to begin, the English Oxford Dictionary defines a role model as a person who is looked to by others as an example to be imitated. Now, positive is defined by the English Oxford Dictionary as a desirable quality or constructive attribute. Now, when we place those two together, we see a positive role model is actually a person who displays a desirable or constructive quality or attribute who others look to in hopes of imitating. So now that we know the definition of a positive role model, you may ask yourself, why become a role model? Well, according to the University of Nebraska, specifically their Lincoln extension that focuses on extended research, one benefit is that you can gain is you feel good about the impact you made on others. Now, Ralph Griffin explains feeling good allows us to push aside the pessimistic thoughts that would prevent us from grabbing our opportunities. Now, when we push aside these obstacles that prevent us from grabbing our opportunities, what we're actually doing is increasing our probability of living successful lives, because now we have a greater chance to succeed with these opportunities. Now, for number 2 benefit, Melissa Willits explains in her article titled Some Benefits of Being a Positive Role Model that there's numerous benefits for benefiting for your child. But for you, you're not only practicing what you preach, but also you're developing a roadmap for your child. Now, when we bring back in our definition of a positive role model, we can expand her statement to not only a child, to your peers, your colleagues, and adult even. And now, when we develop somebody else a cohesive roadmap, we actually have to be aware of the obstacles we face during the development of our roadmap. And what we're doing here is we're partaking in self-reflection, which allows us to identify the areas where we were deficient and where we can improve at the same time while we're enriching someone else's life. So as we identify these deficiencies, we improve and we further increase our probability of living successful lives. Now, some of you may be asking, how do I absorb these benefits and become a role model? Well, according to Marilyn Price Mitchell, an American psychologist, author, columnist, and youth development expert, you first begin by developing positive choice-making skills. Now, that doesn't mean that everything has to be perfect. That just means be aware that eyes are watching you. Be aware ears are listening to you. People want to be like you. So when you do little things, make sure that you're doing them the best of your abilities. Now, number 2, I believe is the most important of all, is admit your mistakes. Apologize when you're wrong. Nobody's perfect, and that's what we want to teach others. So they learn that it's okay to make a mistake, but most importantly, correct the mistake and make a plan to never allow the mistake to occur again. Now, 3rd is follow through. That means finish what you start. Be punctual. Make sure you keep your word. And most of all, show the people who look up to you that you will and you can follow through. Now, finally, be confident. Deal with stress appropriately and be independent. As much as this may seem broad, we all give independent speeches. We all deal with stress appropriately when midterm and finals come. We have a family crisis. Our job's overwhelming. We deal with this stress appropriately every day. Now, confidence is in all of us. It just comes out in various points of our lives. Now, when we choose to be confident is on our own terms. However, just know we all have the confidence to be positive role models. Now, to conclude, today's the day to go out and absorb all the benefits of being a positive role model. Go out, enrich your lives. Find somebody who needs a mentor, and mentor them. Show them that they can succeed in life. And most important of all, Be confident and remember, if you can't find a good role model, be one.